Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. If you're with me, you know why. You're 45, you're 55, you're 65, and you're 75. And you know what? You're living longer, and you are, what is it that we have? Remember this book? Super Aging, Getting Older Without Getting Old. And then I moved to a new book, a funny one, called Rules for Aging. But on yesterday 45, 55, 65, and 75, I talked to you about a little politics. I don't do politics because Tabitha does an excellent job of politics. She and Joy Reid, they do politics, you know. I don't, but I want to do something else today. I just want to talk about the 45 and 55 and 65 and 75. I'm 83. You got to get to me. I already been you. So since I already been you and you got to get to me, I just want to tell you that you gotta hold your hold to the ground. You know, back in the day, when people had to hold in the fields, it had to be a straight line, and it was a way you took a hoe. You don't even know what. So when you say hoe, I know that sounds like some rapper, but it's an instrument. It's a piece of steel on the end. It has a wood stick on the end, or maybe some kind of stick on the end. But anyway, and you use it to cut into the ground to put your seeds down. But you have to line it up right. And I'm saying that but you have to be consistent. You can't put the hole can't be this side and another one another side. You can't put the seeds this way. It's a consistency and it's a mindset. And the people who know how to do that was our people that were in the fields, hoeing the ground and making sure. They don't do that now. They have machines to do that. But it's the same process. What I'm trying to tell you is that to get from 45 to 82, you got to put the hoe in the ground. You got to see what that soil look like. You got to be careful where you put it. And when you put it, you got to watch and make sure what's down there. And once you see you got the straight way, you can't get tired. You see, to get from 45 to 82, you want to be tired, but you cannot. You can't. What's the song? I ain't no ways tired. Something like that. You got to put that hoe down, and you got to. Your shoulders got to hurt a little bit. You got to bend over, and stick to it. You got to stick to it. A good example is one of my students, Pinky Cole. You got to stick to it. You got to have a made-up mind to get from 45 to 82. You say, I got a long ways, well, that means you got a long ways to go. And it's going to be sometimes when you put it in the ground, you're going to hit a hard rock. You're going to hit some hard rocks. And you're going to look down, that's not dirt, not going to be right. And you're going to put your seeds down, that seed not going to grow, a weed going to grow up and take it away. You see, but when you see all that, when you know all that at 45, then you gear yourself up. Say, okay, all right. Let me do this. Let me get this. I need to be like that lady who's 82, and I'm 45. I'm trying to get to where she is, and you're trying to get to where I am. You can't. You see, I had to. That's what I had to do. I had to get there. I had to hold it, and sometimes the wind would blow, and sometimes pain would come. Sometimes friendships would fail. Sometimes marriage would fail. Sometimes boyfriends would fail. Sometimes family members would fail. All I had was the whole home. I had to hold the winds. The travel winds would blow. And I would have to fight the wind. You got to get from 45 to 82. You say, oh, I ain't going to have none of that. You keep living. Keep living. Something's going to come and try to knock you out your way. And the reason why is because you got something that you got to leave here. And you got some people you have to meet. You have some of God's people ahead of you, 45, 55, 65. You got some people. My people who are 75, you can look back and say, you can look back with me. You 75 and I'm 82. But you can look back with me. Anybody in their 70s, you with me now. You over here with me. The 45 and the 55s and the 65, they're on that side. But if you 71, 70, anything, you over here with me. Because you can sit and look back down that road and you can see where you were holding that hope. Holding it. Trying to dig. And you could see how it was crooked one day. Got washed away another way. Got taken from you this day. Okay? The winds came in and tore it up another day. But you still here. And that's what I like about a 70-year-old. Baby, in my 70s, ooh, you don't even want to know. So I'm telling you, you want to get over here with us. And you got to get over here. Tell you what I had on my side, though. You got to have God on your side. If you don't know how to pray, you're not going to make it to 82. You're not going to make it to 80. You might as well just kiss all of it goodbye. Because you got to have prayer. You got to have prayer. You got to say something every day, every second to get from 45. It's some 45s over here, know what I'm talking about. Now I know you out looking good. It's snatched. You know, all this still hanging up. I'm trying to put. I was the other day trying to find a bra. Oh my God! Somebody tell me where the bras are. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm just trying to tell you. I got caught up on my own because I just saw myself looking for something, and all I came home with was, I didn't even like what I came home with. But anyway, you all women, you all know what I'm talking about. We got to get the right bra. But anyway, so when you're 45, though, everything was, and especially my 30-year-olds out there, my 30-year-old friends out there, baby, if I know what I know now, I would have never been complaining about being in my 30s. Fat as I was, oh my God, I stayed fat a long time. Way long time. But I didn't know how I looked then. I gave up on some things because I said I'm 30 and I'm in my 40s. Listen, I need for you to get from 45 to 82. I need you to get to clean this up right here. Get this going right here. Because what I tell you all the time, this what controls all of this. And if this right here is messed up, baby, if this is not giving you the right direction, if this is messed up, if people all, you got to clean all that out and get your home. Okay? You got kids? Let me tell you something. It's a lot of things I might have would have done and some things I shouldn't have done, but I kept in mind I had a child. When you got a child and children, if you get this, what I used to say, and I'm gonna tell you, 45, 55, 65, go tell the 30-year-olds this is what I used to say. Keep your child in focus and you won't get out of focus. Let me say it again, Reno, for the people in the back. Keep your child or children in focus and you won't get out of focus. Because you're going to remember, no, I got to go get, no, the baby need, oh, I got to have. And nobody owes you anything. You had that baby. You brought that child in the world. You did. You were pregnant with the baby. Not all these people out here. You. You know? So when it comes time to the roof, the food, the clothes, I know you can say, well, he did, I used to be like, and then I said, you know what, him, stay on right on over there. Go right ahead. With all that him, and he shoulda, woulda, coulda. No, baby girl. You get out there and see about that baby. That's what you do. You see about that child. 45 trying to get to 82. All right? What about your health? You know I got a bunch of stuff going on, but not at 45. But I know what I know now. I would have taken care of myself much better at 45. I'm telling the 45-year-olds, get on some kind of health kit. Back up just a little bit. You like to drink, so do I. But I don't drink all the time. No. And I admit my Crown Royal. Okay? I admit my Merlot. I will admit mine. Them two things, they get my attention. But I'm saying to you, that can't be all week. That's got to be a weekend or maybe every other week, or, try to get that thing under control. Because it's easy. It's easy to say, oh, I just can't take it anymore. It's so easy to give up. 45. It's easy to give up. Don't give up. I don't care what anybody did. Don't give up. How many times do you think when they told me I had breast cancer? How about you? I can't even tell you the surgery I had before breast cancer. So we ain't talking about that. We just started with the cancer in 2000 and late 2001, surgery 2002. All right? I'm telling you, whatever you got going on out there, that you say, well, Georgianne, I just can't take it anymore. Yes, you can. You want to get to 8? Don't you want to be over here? Look, don't you want to be 82? You say, you want to be 82. How many want to be 82 with me? Well, you can't be with. Okay, but how many want to make it over here and some more? You know you want to make it over here, and how you gonna get over here? How you gonna get here? You can't get here being weak. Weak is not gonna get you here. Then, and if you with some people, if you with somebody, and you're not growing with that person, or there's some stifling going on there, if you're in your 40s, you can get out now. Get away. If there's some domestic violence going on, get away. Figure out a way to get away. Tell somebody. See, sometimes you don't tell people things, but you need to get away so you can have a life. And if you got children, get your children away from all of that. But 45 is somebody out there I'm talking to, because that's not what I had. I had my book right here, and I already picked out what I was going to say. Selected, rather, what I was going to say. But it's not, it's still over here. Because you know how I am. It's a spiritual thing with me. Let me tell you what happened when I went to Sammy's Cheesecake. Yes. I know you haven't heard Sammy's Cheesecake in a long time. But it was Father's Day. And I wanted to make sure my son-in-law got the cheesecake he liked. So when I came out of the cheesecake, Sammy's Cheesecake, there was a man on the telephone, and of course I parked in the no parking. You know the park. You know how, y'all been to Sammy's? Okay, you can go and park at the oh God, you could go and park, but I couldn't park over there because I had to walk. I don't want to walk far. And the bottom of my feet, the neuropathy is, I don't know what's going on with that. I think the weather, I'm gonna put it on the weather, because when the weather's bad, my neuropathy's bad, and it's been raining, and the rain and neuropathy is just not mixing well. So I'm digressing. So the gentleman was on the phone, and I was thinking about, he was on the phone, he was talking, and I heard some words that I've said those words. I said, wait a minute, something's going on here. I said, come on, 82, what's going on when this man is on the phone, minding his own business, speaking in that language? How is it you said, but I've said those words? Oh my God, did you ever, that was something. That was a spiritual thing for me. So I said, no, Georgianne, just get in the car. So I get in the car, I'm right there in the front. I'm not in the handicap where you're supposed to be. My car is right in the door of Sammy's. Anyway, my spirit said, ask him. So he was on the phone. I sat there until he finished his conversation. I said, excuse me, sir, what language was that? He said, I'm speaking Wolof. I said, thank you. And I said to myself, Georgianne, that was your language. I don't know, I'm going to start crying. Do y'all understand what I'm saying about spiritual information, how information comes to you? Come on, 45, trying to get to 82. I've been trying to figure out, I say some words sometimes just around here, or when, the spirit gets me and I start speaking in tongues and things start happening, and then I've said the words that I heard him on the phone. I said, I've said those words. And for him to say Wolof, I got to look up, I know it's West Africa, but you think about where we came from. You think about, yesterday I talked to you. Somebody, how many sperms, how many eggs had to come together to make Jaleesa, to make Janine, to make Dante, to make William, to make John? How many to get you? Who brought you here? I ask you that. I'm asking you today. Remember who brought you here and honor them. Honor them by being the whole human being you're supposed to be. Get in the game. Take care of yourself and your family. Say, I am going to make it. Don't give up. I don't care what they say. You say, well, the rent going up. Well, my goodness, the rent not going up, and it's going up in Atlanta, then move somewhere else. I hate to say that. But move somewhere where the rent isn't going up. And if we could ever get along, we could have more than one person in a household where you pay half, the other pay, but we fight and we shoot each other, we do all kind of things that we can't come together. I do not know. It's some 45-year-old out here that's doing a business. What's going on with you, baby? Why that business can't get off the ground? Why are you letting somebody else tell your business? Stop talking. 45, 55, 65. Ask the 70-year-olds and the 80-year-olds what we already know. We stopped talking. Ask the 70-year-old. Ask somebody 70. They'll tell you how they don't talk like they used to. They don't tell things like they used to. Because by the time you get 70, you figure that out. You figure it out. You get quiet. And I'm trying to tell you ahead of time, my daughter told me to be specific from now on, that to talk to the younger people and let us be the ones. We are the elders. Let us all collectively agree with what I'm saying for you to get to where we are. That's right. Because we are here. Somebody's going to be 70 this year. The 70-year-olds, and I promise you, when that birthday comes, that 70 birthday comes, your whole metabolism changes. Your mentality changes. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. Thank you, Lord. Because it's in the Bible to get 70. It's in the Bible to get, when you get that 70. So 45 and 55 and 65, you got to come on over here. You got to come over here and you got to be determined. You got to watch what's going on around you. Especially, I heard something, I told my daughter, I said, people are saying be swivel-headed. Now, I kind of like that. I don't know and pick up on I kind of like from other cultures, that part. I already am acculturated, but that part, colonized. But the person said something about swivel-headed. And I said, what are they talking about, swivel heads? We're all swivel heads out here. That means their heads are constantly going around because they got to watch from the front to the back. Because the man said he's going to snatch up everybody. Like Jesus, you know what I'm saying? He's going to snatch up everybody, snatch them off the street, snatch children, snatch them out of school. So you got to be swivel-headed. Well, baby, we all need to be swivel-headed right now. And 45, I want you to come to 82. And when you get to be 82, I want you to just, I want to say you can look up and say, hello, I'm praying that you can look up. Say, hey, Georgianne, I made it. But I need a whole lot of folk that's on the other side of the screen at 82 to say, Georgianne, I made it, and look at me. Now, you may not even have screens by the time you all get 82, that's 40 years from now. You could be talking to just the air, and the air changing to something. I might come back as a hologram. I mean, I don't even know. So much is going on with AI, and I love AI. Right now, I love it. I do. Me and AI got a love affair going on. Y'all go on with all that stuff. But I want you to come on over with me. I just wanted to chat with you. I really had something in here. Let me see what I had. Let me see what I had. Let me just go ahead. Let me go ahead. I had this one. I think I've talked about this before. Everyone's work is magnificent. This is what my new friend, Roger Rosenblatt, is saying. He is saying this rule applies to those occasions when people, often total strangers, have decided that you are the one person on earth to assess whatever it is they want to be assessed. You're the only one that will give them merit. Have you had that happen to you? Have you had, oh my goodness, Jeanette, wait, I have made this and you must try it. You're the only one that will tell me, and you like, what? Have you had people that you are the only one that they want to give them the pat on the head? Raise your hand. You know you got people like that. They look you up. They find you. They make sure that you know what they're doing, and they want you to be the one that give them the pass. You are the one that says, if they say it, oh my God, if Janine says it, it must be okay. Who is that out there? You know you're the one. Oh my God, if David said, David, you have got to see that. You got, and David, look, like kids, like you know how you may run home with your little piece of artwork in your hand, and grandma, mama, daddy, look what I got. It's the same thing. That's what he's saying. He is saying that we're looking for those people. You know people like that. But what is he saying? What's the word he wants you to use? Where is it? Can you see? He said, just say one word. Magnificent. This man is crazy. He said, just say one word. Don't say anything else. Don't say anything. He said, magnificent. Remember I said something the other week. He said, I'm sorry, 2 words. It's magnificent. Do not add a syllable. Don't do anything. Shake their hand, slap them on the back, grin, and get out of there. Don't say anything else. Just say, it's magnificent. So that's your new phrase. It's magnificent. When they come, because they have waited to get to you. You say, well, that's lying. Well, do you want to break somebody's heart or hurt them like that? Or if you say, it's magnificent. I guess I would be, it's magnificent. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know that you could put those 2 things together. That's how I would say it. I mean, some kind of way I would get it in. That's why I don't know where y'all gonna look for me. But anyway, all right, enough said. Everyone's work is magnificent. That's the word for the day from Roger Rosenblatt. But I'm trying to get you all, I'm not trying's not the word. I need you to come on 45, 55, 65, and 75. I need you to come on over. I need you to get on the hoe. I know the hoe, and just rock it and dig and make sure you line up your row, and that you watch as you put your seeds down and you watch everything just grow and flourish and grow and flourish, because you have worked it, you have watched it, you have watered it, you know what to do. And before you know it, 45, you'll be 82. I love you, and you can't do anything about it.